Dogfish Head Brewery, Sam Calagione.
It's been a long, strange, but wonderful trip.
From the Boston Beer Company, Jim Cook. Welcome back to the Friday Beer Buzz, Jim.
Well, it's nice to be back.
They're normally from Aberdeenshire in Scotland. From Brewdog, we have James Watt and Martin Dickey. Welcome to the show, guys.
Biggest mission today is just to make other people as passionate about your state craft beers as we are.
And now, the three-time winner of the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters Excellence in Broadcasting Award. The recipient of 2 Pennsylvania Associated Press Broadcasters Association Awards for Excellence, promoting and advancing the craft and microbrew culture in Northeast PA. This is another edition of
The Friday Beer Buzz!
And the Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers, growlers and crowlers, and 37 rotating drafts. At Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. We have Bill from My Beer Buzz with us. Hi, Bill.
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And Lindo Sabatini from Sabatini's. Hi, Lindo.
Good morning.
Did you have a good weekend last week? Nice
yeah.
weather. I'm
Nice.
sure everyone was packing in the place.
It was nice.
Busier and busier as we go along. All right, Bill's got the beer news for us on this Friday.
So we have 4 pieces of beer news, and I'm going to hold the one that is the most popular to last, and you'll see why when I get to it.
All right.
But first up, coming from Escondido, California, from the Stone Brewing Company, we have a new beer and a new series. The beer will be called Orange Scream Hazy IPA, and it will be part of a new series called One Batch Dispatch series. The beer is creamsicle. You remember that.
Yummy.
I'm sure they're still around. I was going to say from your childhood.
Yes.
It's creamsicle inspired, and the recipe was designed by Chris Ketchum, who was one of the brewers at their Liberty Station facility. And it's going to be 8.8% ABV, so it's a really strong hazy IPA. And it's going to come in interesting 16-ounce cans. The cans are interesting because the label is based on a photograph that founder Greg Cook took behind the bar at Liberty Station. It's a marked-up concrete column. It's really kind of interesting.
That's cool.
But that's Orange Scream Hazy IPA. We're out ahead of that one, so that one's probably still a few months away. Up next, Sierra Nevada. We're staying on the West Coast. Sierra Nevada Brewery in Chico, California, and Mills Rivers, North Carolina, has a beer coming soon called Atomic Torpedo. And this is a nod to their original Torpedo IPA. But this version is sort of an East Coast meets West Coast. So it has the characteristics of a juicy East Coast IPA, juice fruit forward kind of IPA, and a dank West Coast, tiny, resinous, sticky IPA. This double IPA will hit 8.2% ABV, and it will be packaged, for some reason, in 12-ounce bottles. Everybody else is doing cans, but Sierra Nevada is sticking to those stubby 12-ounce bottles that they do for most of their beers. Another West Coast brewery, Firestone Walker, one of my favorites, is releasing not one, but 2 cocktail-inspired beers. The first one will be called Tequila Barrel Sunrise, and that's based on the Tequila Sunrise cocktail. And it has orange peel and hibiscus in it, and that one hits 11%, also 12-ounce bottles. And the second one is called Mezcal Limon, and it's based on something I've not heard of. It's called a Mezcalita cocktail, and this beer has mezcal in it. It has orange bitters. It has agave nectar. It has chili peppers in it. It has sea salt and lime peel. And if that is all not enough fun, it is then aged in tequila barrels before it gets to 12.4% ABV. And that is also a 12-ounce bottle.
Wow.
Now, so they're the first 3, right? You think they're all kind of pretty big news because they're big West Coast breweries, a lot of fans, a lot of readers like that kind of stuff. No. The next story is what was the busiest post on my site all week long, and then some. And I'm sad to report, Bud Light Seltzer is coming up with a fall variety pack And that fall variety pack will include the following three seltzers. These are seltzers now, keep in mind. Yeah. First one, innocent enough, maple pear. So, yeah, I mean, you can kind of picture, maple syrup and pear. That works for me. The next one, who wouldn't predict, pumpkin spice.
Way to jump on that bandwagon a year or two late.
I know, yeah. Way to be up to date and current with everybody else. So that one's still a little bit like, okay. The third and final one is the one that got everyone very, very interested. The flavor is called toasted marshmallow.
Ooh, okay.
So,
Linda's like, no, but we're like, ooh.
Yeah. Everybody sort of had that same reaction, like, ooh, I don't know.
These are seltzers. These are seltzers. They're not beers. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's tough. I was expecting something weird at the end, like old dried leaves for the fall. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be more exciting.
They're doing these variety packs. Mm-hmm. And the variety packs are like very creative. It's like the ugly sweater variety pack for Christmas. So I expect that they're going to get, for Christmas it's going to be peppermint sticks and ginger cookies or something like that. But toasted marshmallow, I think what threw people off was the fact that, when you think of a seltzer, you think of sort of a watery, clear, fruit-based kind of thing. When you think of toasted marshmallow and even pumpkin spice, you think of a coffee cream-like beverage, and those two don't really seem to intersect for most people.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that brought close to 10,000 people this week.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so, I have a story here, and I just to throw it by you, but also mainly for you, Lindo, just because there's a story in the news saying people are drinking less hard seltzer because they're heading back to restaurants and bars. Many consumers had yet to become loyal fans to hard seltzer before the pandemic changed life. So they say that because people are going on, I don't know if you're seeing that.
Well, seltzers, in my opinion, are more of a pool / beach / outdoor kind of thing more than it is sitting down and having a pint. So, I mean, like, do we sell a lot of seltzer in-house? Yes, we do.
Right.
Do more people drink them in their yards? I think so.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe, but guess what? We're still selling a ton of seltzer to go.
It's got novelty written all over it, and when you have flavors like this, like those Jones sodas, it's like everyone's going to want to try it. Doesn't matter if they like it or not. It really doesn't.
It's the next one that keeps coming. They want to try They want to try the Hell's Kitchen one. They want to try. I mean, the Bud Light Out of Office variety pack was a huge. For
Christmas, they could put out a naughty list, and everyone would be like, "What does it taste like?" And buy it just to try it.
But they did say in the story, while it may be slowing because people are rushing to get back, they still believe it's going to keep getting more popular. It will, and as you said, with that. What you just announced there, Bill, I mean, it just seems like they're going to keep experimenting with more and more different flavors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I can tell you, I follow a guy that all he does is beer stats and spirit stats and seltzer stats. Seltzer is growing exponentially higher than anything else right now.
Right.
And it is for that reason. When you think about seltzers and seltzers flavors, think about what they're doing with Doritos and Oreos, and think about like Jelly Belly jelly bean flavors. People buy the barf flavor because they want to taste the barf. People will buy toasted marshmallow and pumpkin spice because they want to know what it tastes like.
But it always you have to keep changing, though. You have to keep changing it.
You have to, but I still like the original Oreos the best, and I still like beer.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got today? Let's talk about not beer today. And this is a beer that if John Webster were here, I think he would really, really enjoy. Let me just say that.
Well, I'm sorry he retired. I have to.
I'm telling you that when I drink a beer, I know when it's a Webster beer.
This is a Webster beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we have
to figure out what the Jason beers are. Our beer comes to us from
Toasted Marshmallow,
Indiana. It is not marshmallow.
Right.
It comes from a brewery that, surprisingly, we have only done once on the show, because back in the day when I was first starting out with craft beer, this brewery was a big deal, and a really big deal to find in Northeast PA because you just couldn't find it. The brewery is called Floyds, and the beer is called Zombie Dust. Now, Floyds goes back quite a ways. They are in the 25-year club. They started in 1996. And they started with they used a wok burner, big giant gas burners used for wok kitchens. They started with a wok burner and a Swiss cheese fermenter, and as they put it, a few $100 left at the end to build their brewery.
Oh.
So they go way, way back. And their motto now and back then was, "It's not normal." and so that's how they kind of play it. And if you look at it, I mean, we'll talk about the beer itself and the quality of the beer and what the beer is. But if you look at the bottle itself, it's comic inspired.
Right.
It's creepy comic inspired.
Yeah,
the label
dark.
is drawn by a comic artist named Tim Seeley, and it has what they describe as a crowned zombie warrior wearing a spider armor and a red cape. And I don't know if you're seeing that I don't know if you have cans or bottles there.
We have the bottles. Yeah, we have the bottles.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you'd expect on zombie.
This is a very,
cool.
like I said, for those very like hoppy.
It's very dry. It got dry.
Bitter, yeah.
It's dry. It tastes grapefruit a lot in there. Not sure if it's in there, but I taste it.
That's a great descriptor. This is actually a pale ale, not an India pale ale, but it's a very hop-forward India pale ale, and it's what I like in hops. I like grapefruit. I like that sweet but bitter kind of grapefruit flavor, and they describe it as intensely hopped. They also describe it as a pale ale brewed for the undead, and that it will be the only respite after the zombie apocalypse.
Ooh.
So do you feel safer from zombies right now?
Well, I mean, yes, but I always carry a spear with me for that reason.
Oh, gosh. Now, Lindo, I have a question. We're trying the beer, and this is not my kind of a beer, but I know that this is like a very popular kind of flavor of beer. It's just not mine. But I want to ask you a question, Lindo, just about the business now going forward. You used to be able to do events. You used to be able to, do those things. Any idea when you might be able to get back to some kind of normalcy with that?
Well, as far as events go, right now we'd like to be able to get back to
Just regular business.
our regular staffing to be able to do that kind of stuff. So we're just at this point doing what we can do to make sure we get through, and eventually we'll start doing more parties.
So you're thinking it'll probably take a few months till you get everything back.
Until we start doing events and stuff, we need to get to 7 days. Right now we're only at 5 days. So
and now staffing-wise, where are you at percentage-wise? Like how many, what do you, rather than 100%, where are you at?
In this, I don't know. So we're
Sorry, everybody.
probably need 5 or 6 more people to be able to be able to get to there. So I mean that's that. I mean we are we're doing well. I mean we have a great core of really important friends that we work with, and it's been good. But
Are you starting to see things pick up a little faster every week, or no? Is it kind of...
Well, right now with this is a tough weekend because everybody's graduating and there's a lot of parties and there's stuff happening. So but the weather, as long as the weather doesn't rain every day, we'll be fine.
Right.
Right. But this beer here, the Zombie Dust, we do have on draft right now too, which is
good.
why I wanted to highlight it, because to be able to get Zombie Dust on draft, I mean, it's great out of the bottle. It's better on draft, and I like it. I mean, this is to me. I don't grab a lot of IPAs, but I like this one because I'm more of a West Coast guy than a New England hazy, juicy guy. And to me, this is this and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale to me this is what started this kind of stuff.
So if you're going out, go to Sab's and ask for it because it is on draft and it's Zombie Dust. Go ahead, Bill.
For Pale Ale, this is 62 IBU and 6.5% ABV. 62 IBU is hoppy for an IPA. Mm-hmm. So for a Pale Ale, this is a really hoppy beer. And a lot of people don't know Three Floyds also has a distillery, so they do gin and rum and vodka. And they are most popular for something called their Dark Lord beer. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. They do Dark Lord Day.
That sounds
really,
good.
really good beer as well. They make some great beers, so get down and try
I'll have to try that one because I'm really into the stouts.
You don't want to get on their beer's bad side ever.
No. All right, Bill, have a great weekend. Thanks for all the news.
You.
Remember, folks, you can go to mybeerbuzz.com and get caught up on all the news. And there's even more than what you hear about here. And, of course, get to Sabatini's. It's just great stuff. And you can go ask for the beer today. It's Three Floyds Brewing. It's Zombie Dust. It's on on tap as well. And the Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers. Growlers and crowlers and 37 rotating drafts at Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. The Friday Beer Buzz, bringing good beers and good people together.